Okay, Taste of Asia at Home is back with the Szechuan dish, which is minced pork with eggplant. And you see I have two eggplant laying on the cutting board. What we need to do is we need to convert this to diced. So we're going to take slices off of it in the size that we want to make the dice cut, about maybe a ½ inch or 3/4 of an inch. Then you lay them flat. It's just like dicing an onion. If you can find the Chinese eggplant, that's even better. You know, the one that looks like a squash, a zucchini, that kind of shape. But these will be just fine. Regular old eggplant. We can do it in two sections here. Line them up. Basically, whatever you're dicing, you don't want it to be longer than the length of your cleaver, or else you have to, do what I just did, separate it. Okay, and then I have the bowl. I'll transfer it to a bowl. What's going to happen with this is we're going to take it over to the wok and we're going to flash fry it, which is a process I use with string beans, and some places they use it even on broccoli. It gives the vegetable a different texture. But after you flash fry a vegetable, you have to use hot water and rinse the oil off. So it's a little bit healthier if you do it that way. Of course, you're going to retain a certain amount of oil, but it's worth it to get the texture that you want. Here again, I'm going to divide it into two piles and then run it through to dice it. If you're doing this for your home, one eggplant would be fine, but this is for a potluck dish, so that's why I used two eggplant. And I'm going to show you I have the other parts of this dish already prepped in the fridge, and I'll show you that. I'm going to dice up this onion real quick. Same size, but this onion will get stir fried with the ground pork, and the seasoning is garlic, hoisin sauce, a little bit of hot pepper. And I used 1½ teaspoons of the minced garlic. I used 2½ heaping tablespoons of hoisin sauce. And okay, now you can see I have this on a platter. So those are the ingredients. You see I have them diced eggplant. Then on the platter I have the ground pork, about a handful, 2 handfuls of ground pork, the diced onions, the hoisin sauce, and the 2 little chili peppers I diced up with the minced garlic. So that's how we're going to stir fry that together. That's part 2. So stay tuned for that. Okay, real quick, I wanted to show you guys this flash frying process on the zucchini. I did it in 3 steps. So this is the third batch. And you just leave it in there long enough for it to for the zucchini to soften up until it'll turn translucent like that. This is some that I've already flash fried and I've rinsed off with the hot water, so to show you what it looks like. Doesn't even take a minute, depending on how hot your oil is. That's good enough. Once you've got this done, and the other plate with all the other ingredients on it, the rest is a piece of cake. It's just a matter of stir frying it together. So what I do is I put it over here. Then I've got hot water, and I use a sprayer because it's more forceful to get the oil off. And now you're ready to stir fry it and finish the dish. Okay, now let's continue on and finish this dish. To save time, I've already browned these 2 handfuls of ground pork, and I've poured off the excess fat. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to toss in the diced white onion, and then the garlic and the 2 little dry chilies that I minced up. I will saute that around, and then I'll add in the 2 heaping tablespoons of hoisin sauce, and then I'll throw this plate away, this paper plate. Next, I'm going to add in my diced eggplant. Splash some cooking wine. And then just maybe a couple ounces of water. When that returns to a boil, we're going to thicken it with the cornstarch suspension. Okay, I'm going to measure the thin soy sauce for you. We'll use 2 tablespoons. Remember, this is a fairly large quantity because it's for a potluck meal. We'll just a splash of sesame oil, a dash of sesame oil, and maybe a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of salt. And then we're going to use the thick soy sauce to give it a nice, rich color. I would say it's a teaspoon and a half. You can see the mixture is coming to a boil. I'm going to stir in the 1 level tablespoon of the cornstarch suspension. This Szechuan dish, you don't want a gravy with it. You just want enough of the sauce to coat the eggplant. And then what we're going to do is the other upload that I did on the spinach. We're going to use that as our garnish. So again, this is a Szechuan style minced pork with eggplant. Now it's tightened up, and I'm going to get ready to plate it up. Okay, can you guys see what a nice display this makes? And then I will garnish it with a little bit of green onions on top. There you have a very nice dish for today's Sambaghita potluck. Hope you've enjoyed this lesson. Thanks for watching.